I can't believe how quickly the months are going by. It's honestly crazy. Like next month, June, halfway through the year. Okay, anyway, this is, so I got these trousers and I mentioned it in the last video. However, they were so big and I was like, I can't really do much with these. However, I took them to the tailor's and she's done a great job. She's just taken them up and they look so much better. So let me show you. Zara and this Japanese, they're still a bit long because I've got them. There, that's it. This Japanese designer, but really chuffed with them. I think they're really cool. And to be honest, I would wear it with, I'd wear it with a boxier t-shirt because at the moment this goes here and I'd want to at least show the belt and the pleating and things. Also, I haven't actually, what do you call it? I haven't, well, that's quite fun. They've got wee buttons here. Ironed them, so sorry they look a bit creased, but how do I get that? Really cool though. I realise I say the word chuffed all the time, but I am, and let me show you without the jacket on, but that's that. Okay, the next thing I'm showing you, let me just get it. Magazine, which is the Architect's edition, and the front cover is Slawn. I'm sure you've seen, if you haven't, I will, that's so presumptuous of me. I'm sure you'll have seen. I will include a couple of pictures of some art that I have of his. In fact, I'll just show you. But yeah, this is a gorgeous magazine. It came from Hong Kong and it was in 3 padded envelopes and in a box. So it came in pristine condition because I was a bit worried about it coming from Hong Kong. And there's an artist who I really like. Her name's Oral Smith. She does these kind of trash dolls, but they're so fun. And what else? Yeah, the article with Slawn is really, really nice, really interesting. But it's a gorgeous magazine. Smells absolutely incredible. I'm obsessed. I really am obsessed with magazines. Okay, but yeah, let me show you the sculpture. Is the sculpture of Slawn's I have. That is his collab that he did in the magazine with ID and Gabriel Moses, who took the picture. That's Gabriel Moses' book. Outlander, which I'm obsessed with. Yeah, and I had this up here. Looks quite busy like that, but yeah, really playful and fun. I'm so out of breath, so I am going to peace out now. Bye! I have just really quickly jumped on to show you a couple of bits that Mols and I got from Yardworks, which is a 2-day graffiti sort of exhibition, live, lots of graffiti artists. Anyway, one of the artists that was there was Katie Forbes, whose work is amazing. I've seen her stuff in Grateful Gallery before. Anyway, she had some prints for sale. So we got a couple of prints and I'll show you. Also, she is so lovely, like such a nice person. So it was an absolute delight getting from her, buying from her. Anyway, so let me show you. And she's basically learning Gaelic, and it says, I think that roughly the translation is, at the end of the world, there'll still be love and music, which is so lovely. And this painting and this artwork in the background was actually done by her grandpa. Quick bit of context, she is doing a Gaelic, she's learning Gaelic and doing a trail across Scotland, an art trail, all in Gaelic, which is so interesting. I also thought it was Gaelic, but it's Gaelic. So yeah, really cool. And then I got this print, or is a limited edition print of 100 here, and it's basically implying that it's a dog eat dog world, every man for themselves kind of thing. I think her work is so cool. This is the one that Molly chose, and she's going to put it in her practice. But yeah, an influence of David Shrigley, who we love. So yeah, really, really good. Okay, anyway, I think that's all for me. We're now going to go and make smash burgers. Bye! This book by Lena Dunham, and it's called Famesick, if you can't read. It's basically her her memoir of her 20s, her rise to fame, but also, you know, struggling with her health and things like that, and how fame kind of came at the wrong time for her. I mean, anyway, so I'm really enjoying this, and actually, I'm almost finished Butter. I want to read this, and then the next book that I cannot wait for is Douglas Stewart's John of John, which mad, but Oprah, well, not really mad actually. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. Oprah put up his book on her Instagram as her monthly book club book. So, which is so unreal and amazing for him, and so well deserved. He's fantastic. So yeah, I've really got back into reading, which has been long overdue. So anyway, I think I've only read 10 pages of this, and already I'm really interested, because it's about film, TV, creative industry, health, all these things which I've also sort of battled with. So yeah, anyway, I think I'll leave it at that, and peace out. Bye. I'm going to do this slightly differently. You can see them, they're on the bed here. So I am going to take the camera over to them rather than me bringing them over here. So the first thing is EE72. It's the cover with Kate Moss taken by Nick Knight, which is really, really cool. I'm sure it's Nick Knight. Yeah. Really cool cover. And then the next thing is a print of Connor Newall, who I took the images of in January, and it's a gift for Douglas Stewart, who is the author of Shuggie Bain, Young Mungo, and I'm going to his book launch of John of John next Tuesday, and I know it's his birthday coming up, so it's a gift for him, as we were in contact and he saw the pictures of Connor and said that he loved the Glaswegian with the big ears. So it's just a little taste of home for him. But yeah, I'll quickly show you. So the first thing is this magazine, EE72. Is that Petra Collins? Photography by, oh no, that looks, anyway, sorry. That photography looks really like Petra Collins. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. No, really, really nice. Beautiful. I always wanted this tattoo. I used to draw this on my wrist when I was younger because I thought it was so cool. And now I have my own. Anyway, this is the print of Connor. I got it on German etching paper, and it's really beautiful, if I don't say so myself. I just mean the texture is so gorgeous. I'm so chuffed with it. This is the certificate of authenticity, and there's just a little blurb here, a bit about Gomez Studio, and that's quite nice. I'll do that so you can see. This basically will go in the back of the print. So yeah, I'll just peel that off, and then it will go on the back of here. But yeah, I think it's really, really gorgeous. It looks very 3D. Yeah. Anyway, and just like the gold against the sort of dark blacks. The composition of the image is really strong, if I don't say so myself, unintentionally. But maybe that is just because I've kind of, I do things really instinctively. This paralleling the stairwell, and similarly, this diagonal kind of coming through almost right across his eyes, leading you towards the flowers. Also just, like your eye is led upwards naturally through the arm, like it's pointing you to his head and then you're looking beyond the frame. And I think like the fact that he's almost framing his own face through his arms. And yeah, like the arm is almost the frame. I'm really chuffed actually. I don't really say that about my own work, but I need to get better at talking about my own stuff. Glaswegians are so self-deprecating, but almost to the point that, you know, they don't really say like, oh yeah, this is really good, you know. And I think you can do it without being arrogant. I think it's nice to be able to talk about your work with confidence, and I think it's so important. I think also not only being Glaswegian, but also just being a woman. Like I think I'm quite bad at being like, yeah, this is strong. Oh, I love the tattoo as well here, and it kind of parallels up here with the flower. You know, like all these unintentional moments which you can't plan for. All I brought were flowers and that gold ring. And then I just thought the rest will just kind of unfold. And I think sometimes when you try and plan things too much, or you try and, you have a preconceived idea, what happens is you go into it and then you don't end up allowing the spontaneity. And it's the spontaneity which is where all the lovely moments are in imagery. And then you're taking a photo and, you know, you have an idea, but you miss a lot of the things. So anyway, okay, that's me rambled on enough. Yeah, the first thing actually I'm currently wearing is this white top, which is Zara men's and is linen. But I have had one of these before, which I have worn so much, and so much so I got another one. So I feel like I don't really need to show you in detail. It's just I cut it because it was quite long. But anyway, so yeah, just so lightweight, perfect for summer. And yeah, so that's the first thing. The next thing is this wallet from Aspinal of London. Really, really nice. It looks like Bottega just because it's interwoven, and then it's like this inside, and it just has it there, and it's got space for 6 cards, which is fab. So yeah, love that. That was 190 reduced to 40, so I thought that is a no-brainer. So that's that. And then the last thing that I've got is this interview magazine. For obvious reasons, I got this. But really fun. It's like a newspaper style, and I love the images of Hayley in this, which is why I got it, obviously. But let me see. I just thought it was really fun. Love the colours. Just really, like, for example, really cool. And the last thing actually is, which I'm not really going to show you, is incense from Aesop. Yeah, and Molly got me it. Well, I think she really got it for her, but I think with the intention that I can have a few of them. Okay, anyway, peace, bye! Okay, so I'm just going to show you the John of John book by Douglas Stewart. We went to the talk in St Andrews and it was fantastic, and gave him his gift and he was very touched. And yeah, anyway, so I haven't but I've not started it yet, but this is the book. And I love that it says up here, it says signed independent bookshop edition, which is really, really nice. And this was from Topping and Company. And then inside is the signature and his message, which just says Homo all the love, because Molly's name is Molly and my name is Holly, and together it's Homo. So, and I wanted it addressed to us both rather than just myself. So, and I thought it was also just fitting, as he is a gay man and the book is about sexuality. So yeah, very chuffed. Okay, that's it. Bye. I have just quickly come on to show you my last couple of purchases for May. I have another couple of things. Today's the 27th. I have a couple of things yet to arrive, but I'll just put them in June. Anyway, just quickly, I mentioned the Aesop incense, and then I said, oh, I wouldn't show you, but it sounded like it was a secret, but it wasn't. It was just because it was burning, and so there was nothing really to show you. But then I thought, oh, I'll just show you the actual, I'll show you the packaging. So this is it here. It is the Kaguru incense. Also, I hope that you can hear because it's loud because of lawn mowing. But anyway, so this is it. It comes with 33 sticks. Apparently, it's saying that they have a burn time of 30 minutes per stick, which I don't believe. I think it's more like 10 minutes, but anyway. They do smell incredible, and they're not super overpowering. To be honest, I've been burning one a day, and that's enough. And yeah, they come like this, and then you open it up here, and then ta-da! But yeah, they smell amazing, and as I say, they're not super in your face, which sometimes I think incense can be a bit kind of too much. And this is me slowly reintroducing fragrance. I mean, I don't know how much you know of this, but I basically have a fragrance allergy, so I shouldn't really be surrounding myself with fragrances. However, it's getting better, touch wood. My skin, I've talked that, you know, that will now be not the case. But anyway, I'm slowly reintroducing fragrances, and touch wood, things are okay. Which leads me on to my next thing, is this deodorant. It's a roll-on, and Molly put me onto this, a eucalyptus deodorant, and it honestly smells incredible. I thought I was ordering the really small, kind of cute travel size, but no. This is, as you can see, the big, large and in charge one. So probably not ideal for carrying in your bag. But anyway, okay, so that's those. Then the last thing, I might return this. So I am not sure, but it is absolutely beautiful at my bones. It's the Cole Buxton leather Holdall in black. I don't know if you can see, I've got the brown one hanging on my door, but this is it in black. It is so gorgeous. The difference, I mean, other than obviously one's brown, one's black, the leather for this is a bit more durable. It's a thicker, more sturdy leather, so it kind of keeps its shape. Whereas with this one, it's really, really soft, which is also beautiful. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I just don't know if I can justify it. That's my only thing. I don't know if I can justify it because I already have one. So anyway, we'll see. And yeah, as I say, there's a couple of things. I haven't yet been able to get the AP swatch, which is still giving me the ick, but I'm still in a mission just to get one. And what else? Yeah, a couple of bits. Another couple of bits from Cole Buxton, and what else? Yeah, just bits and bobs. Oh, a jacket, an Alpha Industries Peggy Goo jacket, which I couldn't get delivered to the UK, so I had to get it delivered to Amsterdam, and a friend of mine is going to bring it to the UK because she's coming. Anyway, I'll show you that in the next episode. But anyway, I hope that you have a lovely I hope that you've had a lovely May, and I shall see you in the next episode. Okay, bye.